What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back. We are back with another daily trade review. Today we are going to be reviewing trades from a decent green day in the market. But this morning was a morning of protecting capital. That's what I'm going to have to say about this morning. Took 3 trades, 1 to target, 2 break evens, but was fairly slow. Wasn't really much going on our thumbnail watch list. So tried to make do what we could. Ended up bringing up our previous high of day scanner and found a few more opportunities. So let's go ahead. Let's get the thumbnail watch list pulled up. Let's check out TRADERVUE and get them reviewed, and we'll be on our way. So come on, let's go. All right, so this here was our thumbnail watch list for the morning. We had 8 ideas going on the watch list going into the open. We had COWN, we had DG, we had DQ, FREY, Tdoc, MO, JKS, and IINN. Looking at those, you see most of them were opening above previous day's high, but they opened, they made a move, and they pulled back. We were able to get a trade on one of those 8. We traded Tdoc, TDOC. After that, nothing was really happening with those, so we go ahead and we will take a peek at the previous high of day scanner and ran across VERU, and we ran across MU. Let me pull this over here real quick. That's what VERU was looking like on the open. Nice solid chart. And that was MU. Another decent chart off the open. But let's go ahead. Let's pull up TRADERVUE real quick. Look at the particulars, and then we can look at these on the charts. So reviewing trades for Wednesday, July 6th. As stated, we took 3 trades. Closed P&L on the day, 105.44 cents. First trade out the box was Tdoc. You see that thing is break even. That one there went 1R. We moved our stop to break even. Came back, stopped us out, and it kept going lower. So that was a good move there. Second trade, MU. MU went to target, and it went to target fairly effortlessly. And then we traded VERU. VERU is another one that was a break-even trade. That one did not go 1R before we were moving the stop on that one. So let's go ahead, let's pull up the charts, and that way we can actually see exactly what we were looking at. And if you have not already hit that like button, right now would be an excellent opportunity. Does not cost you a thing, and it would greatly help me out. So if you could do that, I would appreciate it. Like I said, break-even trade here. Looking at the 2-minute, we don't really see much. Looking at the 5-minute, we don't really see much. Let's go here, look at the particulars. Took 150 shares on this one. Maximum unrealized gains, $58. Like I said, this thing made a solid move initially. Max unrealized losses, it had only went against us $13.50. Came back, and we end up getting stopped out on it. So this here was the 2-minute. Like I said, it doesn't show much. But let's change this to the 1-minute. If you remember, I changed my 30-minute chart to a 1-minute chart off the open, particularly so that I could find things like this. Wide range, green bar, good volume. Narrow range, red bar, resting bar. Don't matter if that one is red or green. on little small volume, resting volume. We getting in on this candle as it breaks the high of that candle there, and we're going to put our stop down there. And we're going to play this 3-bar play. Made this little pop-up, pulled back, came over, made this next pop-up, which gave us pretty much our 2-to-1, or I'm sorry, gave us our 1R. And once we got to 1R, stop went to break even. Stop this to break even. We are not going to let this thing do exactly what it did. Like I say, stop would have been right there. We would have stopped out for a $50 loss had we not moved that stop up. So it's a good trade. It just did not work. Markets were rolling this morning, rolling over, and this thing had no relative strength to the market. So good, solid trade that just did not work for us this morning, but didn't cost us any money. So that's always a good thing as well. And had we moved this to break even and it tagged us at break even and kept going, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. We just would have had to deal with it. But let's take a peek at this second trade, MU. Like I say, MU was one that we found on the previous high of day scanner. That scanner has been producing some good opportunities lately. 2 minute, decent entry. 5 minute, decent. Let's look at the particulars on this one. Maximum unrealized is what we made. Maximum unrealized losses, we were only down $8.50 on this one at its worth. That's a nice trade right there. Took 170 shares on this trade. So let's take a peek. Let's change this back over to the 2-minute chart. Took this off the 2 minute. So we see that MU opened, broke above previous days high. That's that green candle or that green line. Came up to this area that we had marked on the chart, and it pulled back. Possibly could have gotten in on the high of this candle, put the stop down below that one. But I wanted to see a color change. I wanted to see a color change in continuation. So waited on this one. We got this green candle. Like I say, this one would have triggered us in, but didn't trade that candle. We got in on this candle as it broke the high of that candle right there. Actually, we got in at 57.44. So it was just a couple of cents above it right there. Got in right there. We're going to put our stop still below the low of this candle right here because this would have been our initial entry candle. So put it below that. We're going to watch it for this area right here, but that provided no resistance. It blew straight through it, and we got out of this one 943, and we got out at 58.03. So let's drop a candle, 58.03. We see it just did make it over our target of 2-to-1, and this is why I have to be adamant about sticking to my 2-to-1s, sticking to getting 2-to-1 out of my trades. If you go back and watch my videos, you'll see it's been several times that that trade has gone right to 2-to-1, hit my target, peekabooed, and pull back, and either stop me out for break even, stop me out for less than 2-to-1, or sometimes if I'm not watching it, it can roll all the way back over, stop me out full. So have to be disciplined on getting that 2-to-1. If I want to take another trade after the 2-to-1, wait on that other pattern to form, take it on the same stock, or go back looking at the thumbnail watch list and look for another opportunity. But this one played out to perfection, right to 2-to-1, rolled over. After that, I can care less what it did, but you see what it would have done. It would have came down and stopped us out right there. That candle would have stopped us out. So good solid trade there. Good trade going to target. And then our last trade of the morning VERU. VERU had an excellent chart. Look at that thing. Popped up over previous high day. Never looked back. Not sure when this hit my scanner, but I had already missed most of this move here. So looking for an opportunity to get in the trade. This one was kind of extended. So it needed a pullback. It needed some form of rest. You can get rest in the form of a pullback, or you can get rest in the form of consolidation. This one consolidated. And the thought on this trade getting into it was we had this flag forming. So could have gotten in as it broke the high of this, but then you still got that little tiny wick right there. You could set your stop down here, but then you got these two right here. So what I did was I took this trade based off of this candle. Went on and highlighted it, 38-cent range. I'm gonna go ahead and take a 40-cent stop. I'm gonna enter when the next candle breaks the high of that candle. That was this candle right here. We got in at 13.55. So 13.55 right there. Let's see what the high of that candle is. High of that candle is 13.55. Got in just as soon as it broke it, put the stop down there, and then we let the trade work. We had this area marked, so we're watching this stock now to see what it does. It came up and it set this bottoming tail. So now, set that topping tail. So now I'm kind of worried. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. It ended up pushing back higher, got back above our entry of 13.55. And at the time that I was in this trade, I was chatting with Evan, who hangs out over there in RT's chat room. And I told him, if this thing does not break what was the previous high, what was high of day, if it doesn't break high of day, I'm out of the trade. If it breaks high of day, I'm moving my stop to break even. So it broke high of day, moved my stop to break even. We see that this peekabooed over this level, came back down, and then it just chopped around. And look, it finally would have stopped us out in this candle. I'm sorry, let's come up right there. Would have stopped us out in this candle. And look at what it did after it would have stopped us out. It just flushed. It flushed, what's that, 60 cents? 60-cent move. So solid job of protecting that capital today. I will say that. It was a solid job of protecting the capital. And we can come back tomorrow, fight out another day. We'll see what the market does. FOMC report is going to be this afternoon. So we'll see what kind of opportunities that will lend to us tomorrow. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Like I said, if you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. If you don't like the button, by all means, hit that thumbs down. But if you do, please leave some constructive criticism to make the channel better. And on that note, I'm up out of here. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Peace.